One of my most powerful tools for shifting out of negative emotional states when things don't seem to be going well is recognizing the power of absolute futility. Here's what I mean. You might have noticed that often where people have their big breakthroughs in life is when they hit some kind of rock bottom, when they get to a point where they can descend no further, and the only way to go from there is up. But you might recognize there that what actually causes that shift, what causes the trending of the momentum to start going up instead of down, is you get to that point where there is absolute futility in investing any more energy in the way that it's been invested. So there's been a certain pattern of belief, thought, feeling that has expressed itself in some way through your behavior. Like, if there's anything in your life right now that isn't working so well, that is the outward expression of what you've been thinking and feeling. How you think, how you feel results in how you act. How you act results in what happens, like the results you get back in your life. So if there's anything in your life that seems to not be going so well, we can trace that back to some kind of thought pattern, some kind of probably habitual thought pattern that's been going on. When that repeats itself enough times, so you have a negative thought creating a negative feeling state, expressing itself in some counterproductive way. So again, actions created in fear create more fear. So something that might start as a small thing, as a minor concern, a little worry about something, that energy of that fear, of that worry, builds momentum if you let it. As that action gets expressed, it results in something that creates more fear, and then it accumulates momentum until this whole thing gets so big that finally it reaches that point of rock bottom. So the shift can happen there. The shift will inevitably happen at rock bottom. But we can also recognize that the original thought pattern which drove this whole thing was totally useless from the start. Like, even that minor worry or concern, any fear or anxiety attached to that wasn't serving you in the first place. It was completely useless at the start. But the thing with fear is that it tricks you. Fear will trick you into believing that it is serving you, that it somehow protects you. Fear will tell you that the fear will help you prevent a negative future outcome, that it will help you avoid some kind of danger. That's what the fear is for. That's what it's trying to motivate you toward. So it's perceiving some kind of threat in the future and thinking, hey, we better avoid that. So that's what creates anxiety and fear. But the problem with that is that then we fall into a fear-based pattern of thinking, which then expresses in all those ways that we just talked about. And it just keeps accumulating. It just keeps becoming more and more and more until it's just too much and there's rock bottom, right? Knowing that fear is completely fucking useless from the get-go allows you to recognize the futility of it from the start before it gets too big to manage. You can recognize, oh, the way I'm feeling right now, the way I'm thinking right now, this is pointless. It is pointless to continue investing my energy in this direction. Let's just stop. Let's stop all this like mental problem solving. Let's stop the overanalysis. Let's just completely take back my attention from this problem right now. Like, let's just leave it alone for a minute. because what I'm doing isn't working. So let's leave this alone for a minute and maybe let's take a nap or go for a walk. When you're able to take that mental step back from a problem, just leave it alone for like a little while and allow some space to come back in your head. You'll find that space will be exactly the space you need in order to be receptive to the solution or the right idea to move you forward.